Alright people, here for week 4 of the spring 2023 FPL. So, coming off of just scraping by the skin in our teeth with a win last week. We're facing off against the Supreme Overlords with young Bisharp. I think I might have played him in a match. Pretty sure I lost to him. So I know they're good. Not saying I'm good. But we got Bibleman versus 3D. Looking like a pretty darn strong team with Iron Leaves over here versus young Bisharp themselves in what's their name? Their mascot, King Gambit. So, Iron Treads, kind of a battle of the Dawn fans over here as they go on Slowbro. Takes 34% from EQ into 47%. Oof, Assault Vest. Great Tusk is doing a heck of a lot, and it's not even Photosynthesis attack. If it was, that Slowbro would be dead. Back out in Slowbro on the Rapid Spin. Now it's plus speed, plus attack. Barely able to survive. How much did it do before? Because I did 34. Okay, so it did a little bit more than before. Earth Power. Able to dodge that and go for their own Earth Power. And it's Sashed, and because of the special move, it's not going to activate the Toxic Debris. And then another Earth Power. Alright, so into the Iron Valiant. Get their Cork Drive speed going. Oof. And how much you want to... Well, this might be heavy duty boots. I don't know. So they get a sub up. I don't know what they're going to be able to do to Garganachi. CC as they go for Body Press. I'm honestly kind of surprised. Well, I guess it did have its defense lowered. But, I'm surprised that Body Press was able to break this up, I'll be honest with you. Go for another CC into Assault Cure. Get a little crit into Defense Drop. Doing 25%. Good grief. This Garganachi has done far more than anyone ever expected to design Valiant. So get some regen. Into the Hydreigon as to go for a Moonblast. Oof, yeah, that's your safest play right there. Slowbro get a little bit more regen. I don't know if that's going to save him though. Shadow Ball as they have to go for a Future Sight. Hurt by the Salt Cure still. In this turn, the Salt Cure will kill them. So they're just trying to stall out the turns as long as possible. And King Gambit comes out. It's not going to be taking any damage from no from no Future Sight. The Dragapult will though if it survives. So they go for CC as takes the attack. 58% as it's lefties. Must be some type of subset of its lefties. So this one was booster though. Just barely able to hang on with the rock chip. As the Hex will take it out. Yep. Alright, Iron Treads though, what can it do? Can it go for EQ? Yeah, there's the Will-O-Wisp though. This is a support Dragapult. Or at least, a Will-O-Wisp Hex set. With lefties. 65%. EQ's not gonna cut it, buddy. Not gonna cut it. Alright, there's another Hex. How will the Iron Leaves pull it off? Because there's the Will-O-Wisp. And then you're still facing down a King Gambit and an Iron Moth. The Iron Moth comes in. Goes for a Psychic. And it's able to take it out. Yeah, kind of... Iron Leaves versus the world there. Very tough. It's alright though. Moving on to UU. So we got GEEV versus ATT. Let's see what's going to happen here. So, live Wochian reaction over there. Gotta love Hariyama. I know things RUBL. So, I'm saying in RU it was just too strong. In my Wi-Fi battles I would just be spamming Guts, Bullet Punch. I don't think it ever actually won me a battle. I just remember doing a heck of a lot of damage. Too much for that tier. Tinkaton over here, no Tinkaton over there. Let's see what happens. They do have the Scream Tail though. That's a very interesting to see. So out into Snail Won't Fail as they get some nice safe rocks up. Noivern comes out, gonna get rid of those. Oh man, I hate when I remember my first time way back in like 2013 trying to use Noivern, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna use Specs Noivern with Boom Burst, and it's gonna do so much damage. And they bring in Mandibuzz and they knock off my Choice Specs, and I was so disheartened and sad. And I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to get enough damage off with this thing. So I really feel for this Noivern, and I was in the same spot. So, Tail to the Chief, don't do slugs. So you're at least able to knock off the boots so they can take some hazards chip coming in. As there's the Rapid Spin. Are they going to go for Ice Beam? Ooh, Sludge Bomb, even better. A crit into a poison. Alright, let's see what happens. Power Whip, not going to do nearly enough. I'm sorry to say. Did a little more than I was expecting. Go for a Defog. Out into Gastro, going to U-turn out. Okay, Will-O-Wisp, that's good. You get this thing chipped down, so it can't really do a lot. Now you U-turn out safely into your own Gastrodon, and we can exchange some Stealth Rocks. Force this thing to have to try to defog again. I do have a Recover, unfortunately. I'm not sure if they expected them to set up or something. Maybe they thought they were going to switch out into something else. Yeah, go for your rocks. There you go. Ooh, the Sticky Hold. Let's freaking go. Alright, out into Slitherwing. This thing's going to get knocked off though. Protective pads are gone. That sucks for facing down Talonflame. Okay, it didn't get burned. I was holding my breath for it, but it doesn't really matter because it all happened in the past. So, Brave Bird comes out. They're looking a little bit chipped on their team, I would say, right? 50, 50, 64, 70. Alright, there's the Will-O-Wisp. Clear Smog. I don't know if they have Chilling Water or something for this thing. Alright, out into Talonflame. So this thing's going to tear still, right? Well, I don't know. Wouldn't make much sense versus the Talonflame right now. Best just hold it off and see what happens. So they do have Bullet Punch. They're not Flame Orb. They might be Assault Vest. They could be Citrus Berry maybe if they were Belly Drum. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Morning Sun Slitherwing. Let's frickin' go. Keep that thing healthy. Alright, out into Talonflame. Alright. Yeah, Gastrodon's already burnt, so use it to try to absorb the burns. Get a crit U-turn into Serena. This thing's probably going to die this turn, right? Okay, well it's heavy to boot, so it's able to survive for one more turn. As they're going to go... Ooh, they stayed in. Predicting them to Rapid Spin. They stay in again. I'm surprised they're just staying in. They could try to get rid of this thing right now. They're doing now. They go Talonflame. So ATT's making good plays. I'm telling you, those 4 times super effective moves. It's like. At least the way I rationalize it in my head, if it's too obvious, then they're not going to go for it. You know, some situations where you can stay in with Ferrothorn versus 4 times super effective fire type move, if you can play right. Alright, Will-O-Wisp not going to do anything. Now they go Tinkaton. I don't know what a Tinkaton's going to do to Talonflame. I guess just take Brave Bird. Miss Will-O-Wisp, what are they going to go for? Alright, so they just wanted to knock it off. That's right. This is one of the few things that have knockoff. If you can knock off those boots, you're really going to want to do it. So now they're really incentivized to go for Defog, and they could force them to keep doing that. So they force them out, because all they can do is Defog as they set up an SD. It's burnt though. It's burnt. This poor Tinkaton. This thing's going to go for an Earth Power. It's not Mawile, though. It does have more Spadef. So... Oh, it was all in futility. They go for Terra Poison on the potential play rough as they go for Flare Blitz. Not resistant anymore, but it's going to just Flare Blitz all that. I mean, just going to recover all that up. We might have to turn this thing on fast, folks. 39 turns? Good grief. Alright, out comes Hariyama. As at this point, with Noivern gone and everything looking very well, okay, they're a bulk upset. This is kind of scary. I don't know what Slitherwing can do. Crit First Impression made me think it was Tinted Lens, but it's just a Slitherwing. Alright, Terra Ghost CC on a potential close combat of their own. Another bulk up. It's looking scary. With the leftovers, might not kill. Bullet Punch, able to survive. That just goes to show Slitherwing's natural bulk and the fact that this thing wasn't Terra Steel or Guts or anything, that it only did 42. Alright, now Talonflame comes out. Doing too much. The next Brave Bird kills this thing. They can't bring it in safely. All they can do is try to bring in Tinkaton and get it more chipped. We're gonna have to put it on the fast here, see what happens. Tinkaton goes down, whittling down the Talonflame. I don't know, they haven't even brought out... T-Tar's still just chilling at 100 as rocks go up. So they let them kill the Gastrodon. Alright, Talonflame. They got the rocks up, which is what they wanted. So they still have Volchan. They're going to U-turn out, probably get some 4x Super Power. They're not even going to go for Will-O-Wisp. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think, couldn't you have gone for U-turn? Because you got to know they're going to knock off those boots because you can't switch into the rocks. They have rocks up. I don't know. Yeah, you have to roost up because otherwise, yeah, and there's the burn. I mean, there's the rest. I don't know how common rest is, but you know. Gets a Sleep Talk knockoff. Morning Sun up. Alright, get some more chip. I gotta try to recover. Oh, it wakes up though and goes for foul play and takes it out. Oof, that's not good. That's not good. Alright, first impression is so you can take this thing out. Don't do any more to you because it's gonna foul play. Stuck into first impression with the Encore. Yeah, that's one of those instances where Screamtail being so fast, goodness, there's the crunch. As Slitherwing comes out into the CC, but unfortunately their Screamtail and their Talonflame are still there just chilling. They can't do much to them, and that's going to be GG's. Alright, moving on to RU. We got Coolio versus Scientist. Very scary team, bringing their own Cloyster. Oricorio and Reverum. This is very scary. I feel like a lot of mons that have been brought in the past by Coolio's previous games. And oh, I was there for this game. I was there for this game. One of the few instances where I got to watch it live. So I remember this. The power of the Belly Bolt is about to come through. Yeah, I was there. Alright, Volt Switch out into Cryogonal. Alright, yeah, get rid of these hazards. They only have one, they have a ghost type. They didn't bring it in because the Cryogonal's faster, it has good Spadef, and they can go for an ice move if they try to do anything to him, so. Body Pressed is a good chunk. Still neutral. As Oricorio comes out on the Trick Room. Nice, nice. Alright, Crook is going to come out. So yeah. Gonna go for that Reflect, but if you can get it chipped at all, then that's great. Go for the taunt so it can't do anything else. And now go on Oricorio. Perfect. Go for those rocks. Yes. Alright. It's Terra Fire. So what's gonna happen here? Ooh, nice taunt. So they can't roost, they can't quiver anymore. They have to go for Air Slash. No flinch, thank goodness. And because the Reflect, they are able to survive, but they do get them super duper duper chipped. As goes for an Air Slash, Sylveon is able to eat that up. As goes for another Air Slash into a flinch. I mean, they didn't flinch before, so they were bound to get some flinch at some point. Go for the Yawn. Let's freaking go, Sylveon. Alright, Klefki comes out. It's going to take a little bit more chip. It doesn't have any form of recovery. Oh, does it now? Oh, crap. Oh, but before it's able to get any more utility off, Klefki goes down to a Hyper Voice. Let's freaking go. So no more screens, that's great. Immune to the Gunk Shot. As Oricorio comes out. Yep, this is the moment where you realize that it was not boots and it's on 5% now. And it's like, okay, we're looking good. Sylveon comes out into a Revelation Dance. 20% takes absolutely nothing. It does get a Roost off, but the Yawn is going to prevent it from doing much else as it goes to switch out. Going to take more Stealth Rocks chip when it comes in. Goes for a Wish as Cloyster comes in, and the Crook is able to intimidate this thing. It's already taken Rocks chip, and now it's gotten a Wish off. So they can try to shell smash if they want, but they're going to take advantage of that defense drop and EQ them. So obviously you don't want to take an Icicle Spear to the face, so, or a Liquidation. So Bronzong comes in to take the hit. As it's going to get whittled down, but you at least stop the Cloyster from wreaking any more havoc. As their own Crook comes in. So they get the advantage of intimidating the opposition. There's absolutely nothing. And now you're free to do whatever you want. So Reverum comes in. Yeah, because the Oricorio has Terrified, they are free to go for EQ as many times as they like. Now here, we were looking pretty darn confident, and I hope I did not Inception you, Coolio, into switching out into Sylveon, because I made a comment that was like, oh man, because it was like Sylveon was doing such great work this game, like yawning and wishing and everything. I was like, oh man, I love Sylveon. And then they switched down to Sylveon on the Gardevoir, when it might have been better to save this for the Oricorio and go like Bronzong, even though it was lower. I mean, Monday morning quarter, I hope that wasn't me. I wasn't telling you to switch. But yeah, because this thing is going to go for a Psyshock and do 51% and then immediately take out the Sylveon. I was like, oh, it would have been really nice to use that for the Oricorio. But it's okay though, you're still up 5 Mons, so it sets him back a little bit, but it's not that bad. Maybe that was the calculated play, because maybe they really wanted to save Bronzong in order to get the Trick Room up. Maybe Sylveon was the best play in retrospect. I don't know. I just remember thinking at the time, I was like, oh no, I hope I didn't Inception them, and that they're doing this of their own, on their own volition. So Body Press is absolutely nothing to this thing on the Switch. As they go for our Protect, see what they're going to go for. Get a little bit of Leftovers chip, or Leftovers recovery. So they know that they're going to go for Mystical Fire, so they can bring in, even if it's going to special attack drop them, they know they can get off a powerful attack. So 50-50, they're going for a Sludge Bomb. They do get a crit, because you can imagine, they had a Spadef drop. They're going for a resisted hit. And so it's like, I don't know how much that would have done, like 20% or something like that. Does 62, because it removes the drop and then they get an additional 1.5 boost off. So their own Crook comes out, because we know that we can come in on this safely. As they go for CC, not even able to take it out. I don't know if it's a speed tie or not. Looks like, I mean, I don't know if this had some bulk, and if this thing was max attack Moxie, and it was just able to take him out, or if it was even Scarf. Either way, they're able to Chilling Water. They sack off Oricorio, and they bring up Gardevoir. And at this point, looks like they're going to sack off Trigalgy probably, because there's no way that this thing can live any 2 hits except from Mystical Fire. Yeah, easily going to get 2 KO'd by Moonblast. As Cryogonal comes in, I know that this thing is a Spadef monster. So it might not have been able to take a Psyshock, but they're locked into Moonblast. So you already know that you can take that thing out. So go for Freeze Dry. Get a freeze, unfortunately, for them. Alright. So go for the Freeze Dry there. So some were saying that maybe you should have gone for the Rapid Spin to get the speed boost off. I think Coolio wanted to try to... they might have known they were going to live with this, or... they could have lived to Terra Fighting or Terra Ground with Belly Bolt at that range. They wanted to try to use Belly Bolt maybe. Either way, they were able to just Freeze Dry. To me, this was the safest play, I think. Just going for that. So it's going to be GG's there. And then we got Uka and NU versus MANNAT. So got a nice powerful Zoroark, Scyther, and a Lurantis versus their own Quillfish and Passimian Hatchram. Let's see what happens. Very powerful teams on both sides. Oh dang it. Did I Inception myself? But the original team I had for week 5. 1, 2, 3. I think I had all the same Mons, except I think this was a Muck. So I might have accidentally gotten Inception. I don't think I remember watching this game though. You know, could have just been multiple discovery. Alright, go for the Calm Mind there. No, I think I definitely Inceptioned myself, I think, because now I remember that thing getting poison pointed. My subconscious had this opposing team built, and then I accidentally built it myself. Alright, go for the Seismic Toss there. I didn't end up using it though, as you'll see. So they're going to switch out, get the Paralysis cured into Lurantis. So, are they going to go for Defog or Leaf Storm? Yep, get some Leaf Storm chip off on Scyther. I don't know if they're going to Terra, probably just switch out into Quillfish, get a potential poison point off. Yes, indeed. Out into Electros. I remember I used to actually run Poison Point when I don't think I had anything better on my Rose Raid. I might have just been using my in-game team when I was doing Y5 battles and X and Y. I just remember trying to switch it in a lot of times and be like, ooh, can I get that poison? So, it takes me back. Quillfish comes out as their Terra Steel Coil. Quite scary as they go for a Thunder Punch. Alright, it's the Scyther. Yep, Terra Fighting. Let's freaking go. So, hopefully the Electros can't. Oh, they go for a Greedy Coil. Greedy, greedy, greedy. Alright, Quillfish is going to come out as they go for another CC. Are they going to... No poison point from them as they go Lurantis and get more spikes up. You can defog here. Another Leaf Storm though. I mean, the Scyther, you may as well try to get as much chip off on it as you can. So they go for an Aerial Ace. They know they can live. Ooh, and Terra Blast into the poison is going to kill the Scyther. So they can't defog. The only one that can defog. Oh, well, there goes their defogger. So these hazards are here to stay. Unless Uka still has their own Scyther. I don't know if that's defog or not. But first it's going to take out the Electros. So Psimon's going to come in, take like 18%. And it's still poisoned. So if it takes out Chansey, it's going to get a defense drop and then take 12 more percent. Or 13, I guess. Yeah, 12.5, so. Alright, go for the Shadow Ball. As Psimon's going to come out once again. Starting to get very low. Scarf Rotom's going to take it out. As now at this point, it's time for the Rotom cleanup. Nice. Gotta love the hazard stack. Oof. Sandaconda is going to try to put up its final stand here with its Shed Skin. But unless it has Rock Slide, it can't touch it. Yeah, it has Glare. This is what I'm talking about. They run Glare, and then they can't do anything. That's why I prefer Rock Slide. That's just me. People can run whatever they want. I'm just saying. I've come into this exact situation many times testing teams in the ladder. Alright, so Black Archeops and Little Cup. Let's see what happens. They've got a nice... I think I saw this game too, right? Did I not commentate a similar game like this? Did we not already see a Rain Dance Strudel? Or is this the first time? I don't remember. Maybe an opposing Strudel. That must have been it. But now we're using it on our team. Prankster Dark types. I've made that mistake so many times myself, so I understand. So go for a Shell Smash here. They probably were just trying to maybe catch something else. They didn't want to hard switch out anything else. So they're probably just trying to wait to die, sacking themselves off, I understand. So Buizel's going to come out now and Brick Break. Terra Blast. Doesn't even take out the... Oh, because of the Zora. That's why. Oof. Big oof. So Young Bishop got him with that one, not going to lie. So now their rain is gone, and one of their only other offensive mons is burnt. They still have Nimble and Diglett. I don't know if they can pull it out at the end. So it goes for Sucker. This thing's freaking scary. Gonna take that chip into Leech Life. Easily gonna take it out. And there it is. Alright, moving on. 2 National Dex. We got Akari versus cbMarcus. We got a very powerful team over there using Mega Diancie and Galarian Slowking. I mean, look at this just combination. We got Gen 5, Gen 7, Gen 8, Gen 9, Gen 6, Gen 8. You love to see it. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, so we got Dragapult versus Diancie. Down to Tapu Fini. As they're going to go for Moonblast. Do a heck of a lot. I think I saw this game too. Yeah, I think whenever I think when I don't play that week, I think I end up watching a lot more of the games. And if I am playing that week, then I'm so stressed out about my game that I don't watch any of the other games. Because I remember this game. So they're going to Terra Steel and miss the Whirlpool. Very unfortunate. Because it would have been nice to trap this thing. And then get more chip off. Also, of course, once they're trapped, they can taunt them so they can't even switch out. So you can just kill them. It would have been much nicer to have them chip down earlier. Alright, so Excalibur's going to come out. And there's the EQ. Oof. Yeah, because even though this thing can't Dragon Dance, it's still very strong. Alright, so you turn out into Magnezone. As Icicle Spear is going to come out. They already used their Terra on Fini, so they can't Terra Grass or anything with Zone. Alright, so we're going to go for EQ. Take care of that. There goes the taunt. Weavile comes in. As I believe it's Scarf, I think, but the Misty Terrain, I think, keeps them from getting poisoned, if I'm correct. So they knock off the loaded dice as they go for a Dragon Dance. So now they go out into Zone. Terra Ground. Out into Dragapult. Which I think they might have had to try to go out into Weavile. Let me see if they go for Icicle Crash if it kills. Oh no. So they're faster? Did it... Or are they not Scarf anymore? I don't know what happened there. Because I thought they were... Maybe they changed it. They were Scarf. Alright, it's going to be GG's in that game though. Alright. Let's see what happens here in VGC. I think at this point, if you're keeping track, it might already be 1 loss, 2 loss, 1 win, 2 wins, 3 loss, 4 loss. Alright. Again, I don't remember the way the actual games were played in order, but on to VGC. Alright, so gonna get rid of this, the rain, activate the sun, get the Terrifier off Rage Powder, into Flare Blitz, take out that Amoonguss. Let's frickin' go. Alright, go for the Hurricane. %50 chance to land a Hurricane in the sun, pretty crazy. Helping Hand as they go for Protect. Sacred Sword into Tusk is going to do a lot with that Helping Hand Life Orb. Palafen's going to come in to try to activate it 0 to hero. Get the Photosynthesis as they Protect. And they Rock Slide into both slots. Do a heck of a lot to Palafen. Get it nice and chipped with that Photosynthesis attack. They're going to get rid of the rain. I mean, they're going to get rid of the sun instead of the rain. First Impression, and Chien-Pao is going to easily take that out. That's a bulky Pelipper right there. Now they've got their Palafen. Jet Punch to take out Great Tusk. But the Leech Life is going to come through. I'm assuming a Hydro. Yeah, 100% accurate Hurricane. Alright, but now the Torkoal's in. And it's going to set up the Sun once again. Go for the Helping Hand to try to Jet Punch. Take out that Slitherwing for good. But then Earth Power the Palafen. So now all they have left is a Pelipper. That can't, I mean, it couldn't switch anyways, but it's kind of just stranded here. Alright, let's move on to game 2. So Chien-Pao Great Tusk with Amoonguss and Palafen. Terra Water immediately. They're going to flip turn out. Go for Jet Punch right off the bat. They said, I am trying to get this immediate damage off. But the Ice Spinner is going to go through and do a heck of a lot to Amoonguss. So they'll switch out to activate, get some regen going. Go for Rock Slide into both. Throat Chop is easily going to take out Golden Go. As that's it. Jeez, was it really that short? So they had Palafin at 66. They had Shin Pal pretty low, and I'm assuming they might have still had. Did we see them switch out before? Or no, this was the lead immediately. All right, so I guess Leora saw the writing on the wall and cut it early. I don't think that this was the last game, but you know, I don't want to draw attention to any of the games and say which one was the one, but a fun week either way. Lots of good games. So GG's to everyone that played. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and then we'll see you guys for week 5 later. All right, we'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.